So I've put a handful of hours into the demo for Mecha Break over the past couple days. It's a game that I've been having a good time with, but it's far from perfect. So today I'd like to briefly and rather unprofessionally go over my thoughts about it. This video will probably feel kinda like a 2010s Call of Duty commentary, and that's very much on purpose. So if that sounds like a good time, consider leaving a like and a subscribe. Now, what exactly is Mecha Break? Well, as the title of this video says, it's like Armored Core at home. I've only played a handful of the Armored Core games, but I've loved every single one. I mean, I'm a very simple guy, I guess. I see a big robot, and I like the big robots. Aesthetically, though, I think this game is probably pulling a lot more from Evangelion and Gundam. I'm not entirely sure, though. I haven't actually seen those anime, even though I certainly should at some point. I digress, though. The thing that Mecha Break actually reminds me the most of is Call of Duty. Mecha Break is a 6v6 PvP game that's incredibly casual feeling to me. Matches see you trying to take control of some sort of objective while killing the enemies and preventing them from gaining control instead of you. There's a game mode that feels like domination. There's like a control points game mode with falling control points randomly coming from the sky. And there's even a push the payload style mode that's present in all those hero shooters. In fact, Mecha Break has a bit of hero shooter DNA injected directly into its metal shell. I say that because instead of customizing your mech, you choose from a sizable list of pre-built mechs that all have their own unique abilities. Kind of like choosing a hero in a hero shooter. Now, as an Armored Core fan, this lack of customization is a real bummer to me, but it's not quite the end of the world. Mostly because every mech in this game feels super fun and uniquely special in their own way. They each have 5 abilities, I want to say, that are suited to their particular playstyle. 2 of these abilities are the primary and secondary fire of each mech. These 2 moves are the bread and butter of every single robot you pilot. Some of them have melee weapons, some of them have rapid fire guns, some of them have heavy artillery, and so on and so forth. I see a lot of people playing the sniper mech. I haven't unlocked that one yet, but it must be a lot of fun for so many people to be playing it. Moving on from your main guns, the rest of the movesets on each mech are detailed, but not super complex. You only need to play with them for a few minutes to understand how they all work. I'm a big fan of this low skill floor approach to design. I'm sure time will tell how high the ceiling can be, but for right now it feels very beginner friendly. Now personally, I'm drawn to playing all of the heavier, slower mechs. Maybe it's just a skill issue on my part, but my brain is a lot better at piloting the beefy boys. I also think it's a lot of fun to be tanky and still be able to output tons of damage. I don't know if this minigun mech is broken, but it does feel a little unfair. In addition to the 6v6 PvP, Mecha Break also has an extraction mode, like Hunt Showdown or Escape from Tarkov or that kind of stuff. But personally, those games aren't really my thing. I would much prefer a dedicated PvE experience to play through on my own as a solo player. The mix of PvP and PvE in one game mode has never gelled with me. Now, you might be wondering, if this is an extraction shooter and not just a regular battle royale, what exactly are you supposed to be extracting? Well, the main thing you're extracting are mods that you can equip onto your mech. These mods change your mech's stats by a few percentage points in one direction or the other. In my opinion, equipping these things is incredibly boring. They aren't very interesting, and a single mod on its own hardly makes any impact. You need to equip a bunch of them onto a mech before meaningful changes begin to occur. I think this system is already something a lot of people won't like. But wait, there's more! These stat-changing mods also affect you in the regular 6v6 multiplayer, not just the extraction mode where you earn them. Luckily, you don't have to just play the extraction modes to earn these mods. You can get them through other means. Specifically, you can earn them through random loot boxes. Wait, did I say luckily? Yeah, that was a fucking lie. I can't fathom why a game coming out in 2025 would include stat-changing loot boxes as a microtransaction. Like, did we learn nothing from Battlefront 2? This is a borderline psychotic choice. And I think Mecha Break is shooting itself hard in the foot by having this system. Nobody likes pay to win, nobody likes surprise mechanics, and certainly nobody likes when they're combined together. The final couple of things I want to touch on are just some small miscellaneous elements. As you may have noticed, I've been playing Mecha Break with a controller. And after some adjustments to the inputs, I think it feels really good that way. With the exception of navigating the menus. That part feels awful on a controller, and I hope they change it for the final release. But for the main mech piloting gameplay, it does feel good. This game also has an insane level of customization for your pilot. It goes really hard for absolutely no reason. You can select from a handful of basic options if you want to keep things simple, but then you have the option to use Bethesda-style sliders and really fine-tune how your character looks. Given that this is a mech game, you don't see your pilot all that often. So this level of customization feels pretty unnecessary, but I like customizing, so I'm happy it's here. And I think that's about all I wanted to go over today. I think Mecha Break is quite a lot of fun, but it has some glaring issues and disappointments that I would really like to see ironed out in the future. But how do you all feel about it? Have you been playing Mecha Break? Do you think it's a good time? Leave a comment about your feelings down below. And while you're there, you might as well leave a like and a subscribe. You could also check out this video I made on Armored Core 6. It's produced to a much higher quality than this video is. But even if you don't, thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to stay positive and have a wonderful day, everyone.